guys, it's Ahmer here, and I took a trip out to Outlaw Video Games in Northeast Maryland to try and find some more Super Nintendo games, as I'm going for a full set, and it is getting crazy. There are, 211 games that I need left for the entire set of the Super Nintendo collection. So, am I going to find any games out there? Well, of course I did. This is a really cool video game store. Now, I've been there before, but at their much smaller location. So they actually moved to a bigger spot. They have so many more games at this location, and I had such a blast chatting with the owners, having a great time, just talking about video games and seeing some really cool items. So, we'll just jump into it. This is a fantastic game, and I'm so excited to get to go back and play Earthworm Jim 2. This is such a beautiful series. I love how the games look. They are just so great. It's just something unique about these video games that you just don't see in today's time. So I love how the visuals look. I love how crazy and odd it is. So the backgrounds are also very unique as well. And they have this different visual style. So you have to play these games to know what I'm talking about. But this is really fun. The first one was more of a run and gun style game where you get to use this head as a weapon. This one, it's still bizarre, and you have, something a little bit different. You have this snot sidekick, so you use that as your weapon. There are more weapons in this game, and it's just really cool to get to go through and just navigate. So there's one level that I really remember in particular where you have to shoot through the sand to try and navigate. So you have to make your own path, but just a beautiful game, just a beautiful franchise, just something that everyone needs to look out for, especially if they're collecting for the Super Nintendo. I want to know what your memories are with Earthworm Jim, and did you like this style? So if you guys are enjoying this content and you love Super Nintendo games, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification because you don't want to miss out on any more videos. Now, next up, this is a classic, a fan favorite. Of course, it had to come over and have a port on the Super Nintendo. That is Tetris and Dr. Mario. So you get two games in one. They do change things up a little bit different from the NES ports. So those ones are a lot of fun, but this one looks a lot more visually bright, but they could have maybe done a little bit more to this game. But because this was a fan favorite, and right here, this is actually the player's choice, so a million seller, you get two games in one. What more could you love than that? And two classic games. Those puzzle games, you take Tetris, you have this classic style gameplay, pretty challenging at times. I've never made it through, even a quarter of the way of the game. And then you have Dr. Mario, where now Mario is a doctor. You have these pill-shaped things. You have these different enemies. It's just so wacky and crazy. But this really caught on, and I spent so many hours playing through these particular games. So I'm really excited to have it on the Super Nintendo and just get to go through and play them. So this is definitely one that I'm really excited about because for some reason I just have not been able to find that game. And then this one right here, we have Claymates. So this one is another interesting kind of lesser expensive game. So this is very similar to Clay Fighter, where you have these different sprite works. These animals have personalities in this game. There are absolutely no save features, so that's definitely a drawback on this game. But I thought it's pretty cool because you get to go through and morph into different forms of animals. You kind of start out as this blue ball, kind of clay, and then you have these wacky animals. But I definitely want to know what this game plays more as you kind of progress through, and I'm looking forward to it. So do you guys remember Claymates? Do you remember Clay Fighter? Do you even own the more expensive title on the Nintendo 64? Is that kind of where you known about these games, or did you know about them on the Super Nintendo first? Then on to Spin Dizzy. So this is a very inexpensive game, kind of like one of those puzzle games. So Spin Dizzy Worlds, you start out with, these different gems that you have to collect. So it has this isometric view, and you have this spinning top. So you have to kind of maneuver around, and you have to figure out how to go up and down as you're going through the different levels. But you definitely want to collect those jewels. Definitely a puzzle game. It can get pretty challenging, but I could see how this could be a relaxing game or something as you're just sitting back playing this game, and I'm sure that a lot of kids and a lot of people played this one back in the day. So let me know, do you like these puzzle games, and is there one in particular that you love the most on the Super Nintendo? And then that's not all, because there are such a variety of games at Outlaw Video Games. I love when you walk in, you see the showcases, then you like turn the corner and you have so many different libraries on like these different bookcases. Like, it really makes me feel like you're in someone's game room, because they have a TV going, they're testing and playing some of the guitars, and you're just having a great time chatting about some of your favorite games. But I love how they had some Atari Jaguar games, because I am missing quite a few of those to complete the set. So that was really cool seeing those games. They had like different strategy guides, different t-shirts, different things like all throughout the store. So it wasn't just video games, and I thought it was cool that they gave me like a special tour where I saw some of these like 3DS inserts for the kiosk. So that's something that you just don't see every day, and I've seen some crazy things in and out of what that store owner can get. So I've seen some of the demo discs for different GameCube kiosks, and I've seen so much crazy stuff pass through there. But one thing that I love is finding those Nintendo oddities, and different oddities in general. They had tons of boxed consoles, tons of box games, just ones that you don't see often. And then right here, finding these Captain N, the Game Master. These awesome comic books. These are so cool, and if you guys remember this entire cartoon, you'll remember that this was like a big way that people really related to Nintendo products. So this was, you know, this whole entire cartoon that came out in 1989, and it just sucks you into a TV because you have this character, they get sucked in, they go to Videoland. Now this was really highly, you know, like a cross promotion for Nintendo products, but I thought it was really cool because they do tons of shout outs to other gaming, you know, franchises out there, but I had to add a couple into my collection, and getting these for some great deals. They're in like pristine shape, just adding these awesome collector's pieces into the collection. And then you see all of these different advertisements for these Nintendo games in here. Like, I absolutely love this. You get to subscribe. They even show like Game Boy comics, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers. Some of those were just all the rage, even having like Ghostbusters advertisements. It's just so cool to see that. Bigfoot right here. Used to love going to all of those different monster truck shows. Saw Bigfoot. Saw all of these classics. So these just really stand out. And it's just so cool. Anytime you go in somewhere and like the person is super passionate about video games, not only does he sell them, he collects them. So he's going for, you know, GameCube set and even like Sega Master System. Just two fantastic sets, and you get to see and hear all of these awesome stories about what these people are passionate about. That is what I absolutely love. And to add 4 more games, a couple more Nintendo oddities, and add all of this cool stuff into the collection. So now I am at 514 games, adding these ones into the set, and I can't wait to see what is next. So, did you guys enjoy this? What about Captain N? Do you remember that? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos, and stay tuned for more.